Ever feel like you're grinding away, putting in all this work, and crickets? Like nobody sees it? Well, today we're diving into this awesome idea from the Real Talk True Story podcast about how to stop waiting for someone else to cheer for you and start being your own biggest fan. So let's get into it. All right, let me ask you this straight up. Do you ever feel like the world is just blind to what you're doing? To your hustle, your vision, all that potential you know you have? It's super frustrating, right? And that feeling? That's exactly what we're tackling today. And you know what? The source material we're looking at actually has a name for this. It calls this problem people blindness. So what is people blindness? It's basically the idea that other people can be walking around totally clueless about the fire you've got burning inside you. The key thing here, and you've got to get this right from the jump, is that it's not that you aren't great, it's that they can't see it. And that right there, that's a total game changer in how you look at it. Their blindness, that's on them. It's their loss, not yours. It says absolutely nothing about your value. So the real challenge isn't convincing them. It's making sure you don't let their blindness dim your own light. This is the mindset shift you've got to make. You are the CEO of your life, the head of your own brand. You're the one on stage. The moment you start seeing it that way, you're back in the driver's seat. You own it. You're the main character, period. Okay, so if the problem is people blindness, then what's the fix? Well, it's pretty simple, actually. You stop looking for validation out there, and you start creating it in here. It's all about becoming your own hype man. Now, let's be super clear about something. This is not about being arrogant, not at all. Arrogance is loud, it's showy, it needs other people to see it. It's usually covering up some insecurity, right? This is different. This is foundational self-belief. It's that quiet, rock-solid confidence inside you that doesn't care if anyone's watching or not. So how do you actually build this thing? It starts small. You gotta start celebrating your own wins. I mean the small stuff too. Did you finish that task you were dreading? Did you make that awkward phone call? You gotta give yourself a pat on the back for that. Because every time you do, you're wiring your brain to see that you're capable. It builds momentum. You have to be your own cheer squad. And what do you do with all the haters and the doubters? You don't let them get in your head. Instead, you flip the script. You take all that doubt, all that negativity, and you use it. You turn it into rocket fuel. Let it be the thing that pushes you even harder. Okay, that's the mindset, but let's get practical. What's in the Hype Man's Toolkit? We're going to break down 2 specific strategies you can put into action like today. First up is something called strategic withdrawal. And listen, this is so important. This is not quitting. It's a power move. It's a planned retreat. You're intentionally stepping back to give yourself room to breathe, to think, to really visualize what success looks like before you jump back in. Think about it. Like a fighter in the ring. They take that quick step back, right? They're not running away. No way. They're finding their angle. They're lining up the knockout punch. That's a strategic withdrawal. All right, that leads us right into the second tool. And it starts with you asking yourself a really honest question. The people you hang out with, are they pumping you up or are they draining your battery? This is what the source calls the circle on it, and it's pretty straightforward. Step 1, identify the clowns. You know, the people who only ever bring negativity to the table. Step 2, you gotta set some boundaries, protect your energy. And step 3, if you have to, you cut the dead weight. Look, it's not about being mean, it's about protecting your energy because you only have so much of it to spend on your goals. Okay, so you've got the mindset, you've got the tools, but how do you make this stuff stick? How do you turn being your own hype man into a real, everyday habit? It comes down to a couple of really simple but super powerful daily practices. First, talk to yourself in the mirror. No, seriously, look yourself in the eye and remind yourself who you are and what you're about. And second, get a journal and actually write down those small wins. It creates this physical proof of how far you're coming. And you know, this isn't just about you. When you truly, genuinely start believing in yourself, it's not just an internal thing. It creates a ripple effect. People can feel that confidence. It's contagious. It actually inspires them too. So when you get right down to it, this whole thing is bigger than just your own success. When you live in your power like that, you become a beacon. You're living proof of what's possible when you decide, you know what, I'm going to be my own biggest fan. So I want to leave you with this. That vision you have in your head, it's not some far-off fantasy. It's a reality just waiting for you to make a move. So the only question that really matters now is, what's your first step going to be?